most controversial figures in the history of modern warfare is the 27th Laird of Hunterston, Lieutenant General Sir Aylmer Hunter-Weston, and MP for Bute and North Ayrshire. A jovial and energetic figure, Hunter-Weston has been described by many as ambitious, athletic, socially adept, and summed up as a slashing man of action, the title of his biography written by Elaine McFarland. The Hunters of Hunterston have a long history of military service to king and country. Aylmer Hunter-Weston's own father, Gould Reed-Weston, enjoyed a military career serving in India. Aylmer seemed to have had his path in life mapped out for him, a military career followed by the running of a substantial estate in Scotland. To this end, a suitable military school was chosen, and in 1877, at the age of 13, he was sent to the modern boarding school at Wellington College, known to be tough, but then so is a battlefield. At this time, Aylmer was described as ambitious, dedicated, and keen. His achievements included top sports accolades in rugby, football, athletics, riding, and long-distance running. Additionally, he won the school scholarship several years running and the school's chemistry and electricity prize. To further his education and army career, he subsequently attended the Royal Military College at Woolwich in 1881. This was no mean feat, as a tough entrance exam ensured that only those with the right abilities were admitted. In the ensuing years, Aylmer Hunter-Weston's career in the Royal Engineers was marked by his ability to stand up to the challenges that awaited him in any situation. His first posting was to India in 1891. This was followed by a posting to Northern Sudan. His enthusiasm and hardiness is borne out here. He carried out a reconnaissance as part of the river between Halfa and Phuket to make sure it was safe to cross the river. He also served at the Second Boer War in South Africa in 1899 to 1902. His father died in 1904, and in 1905 he married Grace Strang Steele. Unfortunately, their marriage produced no children. In 1911, his mother Jane died, and Aylmer became the 27th Laird of Hunterston. Hunter-Weston's career was long and varied. His awards included Knight Commander of the Order of Bath, Distinguished Service Order, and Venerable Order of St. John. At the start of the Great War in 1914, Hunter-Weston was a Brigadier General commanding the 11th Infantry Brigade in France. He was promoted to Major General. Perhaps, though, the greatest controversy of the General Hunter-Weston's career comes from his campaign in Gallipoli. The need for a military presence in this area to assist the Royal Navy in its quest to preserve the Empire became a hot political topic. Winston Churchill personally lobbied for Hunter-Weston to command the troops. Much has been written about the Gallipoli campaign, and Hunter-Weston has more often than not received unfavourable reviews of his handling of the landings on the Gallipoli Peninsula. Despite Hunter-Weston's reservations on the campaign, there was praise from his men. Although criticised over his command of British troops in Gallipoli, Aylmer Hunter-Weston was knighted by King George V. However, his name shall always remain firmly connected to the 29th Division and the Gallipoli landings. Desiring another field command, General Hunter-Weston made ready to lead the 8th Corps into preparation for the next great campaign near the River Somme in March 1916. While outwardly he appeared stoic, he disguised the fear of failure, highlighted in correspondence to his wife, Grace. In the middle of all this, Hunter-Weston became a member of Parliament for Bute and North Ayrshire. And in 1918, when home on leave, he gave his maiden speech in the House of Commons, which has been hailed as one of the greatest speeches of the war. Hunter-Weston was an active MP in Westminster, but looked after his constituency, promoting the welfare and development of North Ayrshire and Bute. Retiring from politics in 1935, Hunter-Weston concentrated on the welfare of ex-servicemen, and he took an active role in local affairs. He supported the Ayrshire branch of the British Legion, the Boys Brigade, St Andrew's Ambulance Brigade and the Red Cross. In his 60s and 70s, he still had plenty of energy and was known to take regular exercise. He built a squash court at Hunterston House. His demise at the age of 75 sent shockwaves throughout the community. Exercising one morning on the flat-roofed tower of Hunterston House, he fell 45 feet to his death on the veranda below the window of the tower. It was an untimely death, but Lieutenant General Sir Aylmer Hunter-Weston would not have wanted a lengthy sick bed. Despite having arthritis, he was healthy and in good spirits to the end. The General, as he is affectionately known, is buried in West Kilbride Cemetery.
On this, the first anniversary of the landing effected by the incomparable 29th Division, near Cape Helles on the Gallipoli Peninsula, I send to each officer and man who took part in that glorious operation of war, my personal greetings and congratulations on the privilege and opportunity which was accorded to you of being able to do so much for our beloved King and country. As foreshadowed in the personal note I sent to each of you before we landed, you had to face death by bullet, by shell, by mine, by drowning. But nothing deterred either you that are here with me now, or those even more glorious comrades that have gone across the Great Divide, and have attained the most noble end that can befall any man. It was your discipline, your training and your fine esprit de corps that enabled you to carry on, notwithstanding your heavy losses, to stick it out and win through. You were successful in all the many engagements we fought together on the south end of the peninsula, and the fact that our troops subsequently evacuated the peninsula in no way dims the glory of your achievements. Indeed, the success of both the evacuations were greatly due to your good work. In the great operations which must come before this war is won by us, and in which we hope that it may be our good fortune to bear a leading part, I know the 29th Division may always be relied on to emulate the noble example that it set itself a year ago today. This can only be if the officers and men, who have joined the division in the past 12 months, determine that their discipline and spirit shall be of as high an order as that enabled their predecessors to gain so glorious a place on the roll of fame. I consider myself highly honored to have the 29th Division under my command, and I look forward to taking part with it again in many a victorious fight. From Lieutenant General Sir Aylmer Hunter-Weston, KCB, DSO. 25th of April 1916.